Kim calls it life-saving. Paris says it's a secret to peace of mind. And Holly Willoughby just promoted it in the UK. But these very expensive full-body MRI scans, they're not saving lives. They're making somebody rich by selling you fear. If you've ever scrolled Instagram and seen these posts, you know exactly how it feels. You just want to stay healthy. You don't want to feel broken or like you're missing out on some secret tests that could save your life. What you really want is peace of mind, early detection, and to feel in control of your health without wasting money or being exploited. But these scans are not what the celebrities make them out to be. On the surface, they look empowering, a shortcut to detecting disease early. But dig deeper and you'll see the real story. They're expensive, unproven, and marketed as a luxury status symbol for the 1%. And while celebrities call it empowerment, what it actually creates is anxiety. You start to wonder, if you don't pay $1,500 for this scan, are you neglecting your own health? Am I putting myself at risk? And that's where the lines get crossed. When companies and influencers exploit our health fears for profit, turning empowerment into yet another way for us to feel broken. And I get it, I felt that pressure too. Even while researching this video, part of me is still thinking, surely it's worth it. What if I have a lump somewhere and this scan picked it up and saved my life? Of course I'd pay for that. And I still wrestle with that thought. Why not trade a month's salary for 40 more years of life? And that's exactly why this marketing works. When celebrities tell us that health is just one pricey scan away, it's easy to believe that not buying it means that we're failing ourselves. But here's what I've done. I've dug through the medical evidence, the business models, and the marketing playbook behind these scans. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what they are, what they aren't, and why you don't need to spend thousands to take care of yourself. And because I don't want you wasting another penny on hype, I've made you a free smart beauty spending guide. It shows you when to invest, when to save, and how to see straight through these marketing tricks that make us overspend. I'll link it in the description so you can grab it after this video. Here's what these celebrity posts don't tell you. A full-body MRI scan is a non-contrast head-to-toe scan, usually 45 to 60 minutes, sold as a proactive health screen that claims to spot hundreds of conditions in one go. Companies like Prenuvo and Ezra advertise early detection of 500 plus diseases. Prices run anywhere from $999 to $2,500, all out of pocket. Insurance and the NHS generally don't cover it, and celebrities help sell the dream. Kim Kardashian called her Prenuvo scan life-saving. Paris Hilton promoted hers as peace of mind. In the UK, Holly Willoughby's multi-organ MRI post sparked backlash. She even turned off the comments. The message is always the same: early detection, empowerment, control. But there's no proven benefit for healthy people. Professional bodies like the American College of Radiology and Choosing Wisely in Canada and the UK agree routine full-body MRI in people with no symptoms isn't recommended. Unlike mammograms, pap smears, or colonoscopies, there's no evidence that these scans reduce deaths, but they can give false positives. Up to 95% of healthy people show at least one abnormality on a full body scan, nearly always harmless. But once you see it, you chase it. Extra tests, biopsies, radiation scans, cost and stress. They can also give false reassurance. MRI isn't perfect. It can miss early changes in lungs or colon. A clear scan may give you the confidence to skip proven checks that actually save lives. So the expert consensus is that these scans can be useful in very specific high-risk cases, like certain genetic syndromes, but not as a general checkup for healthy people. Getting a full-body MRI when you're healthy is a bit like X-raying your whole house every year just in case. You'll find cracks in the walls, but most of them don't matter. And you'll spend thousands fixing problems that weren't actually problems. These clinics profit from our fear. They use luxury branding. The clinics look sleek, private, and Instagram ready. The scan itself becomes a status symbol. Health as a luxury. They use fear-based framing. Taglines like catch cancer early or 500 plus conditions. This taps into our anxiety whilst hiding the fact that most of these findings are harmless. And the celebrity amplification. One Kim K post is thousands of bookings, but those endorsements don't disclose the medical downsides or that these celebrities can absorb the cost of the endless follow-up and the scans itself, while regular people can't. At $1.5 to $2.5 grand per scan, with no insurance or NHS coverage, the only guaranteed outcome is a very healthy revenue stream for these clinics. So what can we do instead? Well, the science backs actually empowering alternatives are stick to your proven screenings. In the UK, the cervical screenings are for every woman between 25 and 64. Breast screen is every 3 years if you're from 50 to 71. Bowel cancer kits from 50 to 74. In the US, do your PAP HPV from 21 to 65. Mammograms every 2 years from 40 to 74. And your colorectal screening from 45 to 75. These are backed by decades of evidence and they do save lives. Know when an MRI can make sense. If you have a specific high-risk condition or your doctor orders it, whole body or targeted MRI may be part of a plan. That's different from booking one because you've seen it on Instagram. And probably the best thing that you could do is focus on the boring, powerful stuff. Don't smoke, move daily, sleep well, eat mostly plants, limit alcohol, basically the opposite of my 20s. It's not glamorous, but these habits protect your health far more than a $2 grand celebrity-endorsed scan. But if you're still tempted by a private scan, ask yourself, what will I do if they find something? Do I have the money, support, and resilience to face follow-ups, procedures, or months of anxiety? If not, this isn't empowerment, it's exploitation. So whether it's Kim in LA or Holly in London, remember, the machine is real, but the promise isn't. There's no evidence that paying $1.5 or $2 grand for a full body MRI when you're healthy will save your life. But there's plenty of evidence it can buy you fear, unnecessary tests, and a very expensive bill. Before I go further, I want to be fair, and I'm not saying that these scans are never worth it. If you can genuinely afford the $1.5 or $2 grand price tag, and I mean afford it without risking your rent, bills, or groceries, and you've got a persistent medical worry that your GP or doctor keeps dismissing, then yes, a scan might give you answers or at least peace of mind. Honestly, I could do a whole nother video about how women's symptoms are so often dismissed instead of investigated. If you'd like me to dig deeper into that, let me know in the comments. And if you want a simple way to protect your health and your wallet, grab my Smart Beauty Spending Guide from the description below. It shows you when to invest, when to save, and how to spot these scare tactics. Because when you actually see through the hype, you feel less anxious because you actually understand the science. You'll know that not buying a celebrity-endorsed scan doesn't mean you're neglecting your health. You'll feel empowered to say no to overpriced, unnecessary tests. And that means that you'll save thousands that would have gone straight into somebody else's pocket. But if you don't, if you just follow the celebrity narrative, you could spend $1.5 up to even $5 grand on scans chasing peace of mind that never really comes. You might end up with false positives, a harmless lump or shadow that leads to biopsies, CT scans, radiation, or months of stress, only to be told that it was nothing all along. You could even get pulled into years of anxiety, living like a patient in waiting, while the industry behind these scans keeps getting richer off your fear. And you'll stay stuck in the same cycle the wellness industry has always sold to us. The feeling that we're broken, and the lie that the only way to fix it is by buying something.